As I flipped through a dusty journal on a quiet morning, I found an old note I had written. The words, now faint, took me back in time. It made me wonder, who was I when I wrote this, and who am I now? This moment of reflection is a journey few embark on. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe." The majority of people think they know themselves well, but few truly explore the depths of their inner self. True harmony demands more than surface understanding. It requires a deep, honest examination of one's own nature. Self-understanding. In life's drama, even as the main character, we often find ourselves adrift amidst daily adversaries. This segment reveals how self-understanding serves as a guiding compass. It's akin to having a map in uncharted territory. By knowing yourself, you recognize both strengths and vulnerabilities, transforming challenges into stepping stones. Imagine the clarity in realizing that a negative remark reflects more on the speaker than on you. This introspective journey, far from isolating you, strengthens your connections with others. As you dive deep within, you emerge equipped with a shield that deflects negativity. How do you cultivate this art? Through constant reflection, turning every obstacle into a self-discovery opportunity. This not only neutralizes toxic influences, but also paves the way for wiser decisions. Observe each interaction as a chance to hone this self-awareness. Ultimately, the true triumph is conquering oneself, achieving a peace and control that remains unshaken by external turmoil. Remember, each step forward on this path of self-awareness illuminates the way for others as well. Forgiveness and retention. Life presents us with emotional crossroads, moments that define not just who we are, but who we'll become. Discussing forgiveness and memory means navigating these tumultuous waters towards inner tranquility. But how do we strike a balance between forgiving and not forgetting? Forgiveness isn't about erasing memories, it's about redefining our relationship with them. Picture yourself as a sculptor with each experience, good or bad, as a block of marble. Forgiveness is the tool that carves beauty from pain, while memory ensures we don't repeat past mistakes. This delicate equilibrium allows us to grow and thrive, with resilience as our most beautiful blossom. It's not the absence of conflicts that defines healthy relationships, but our ability to dance in the rain, guided by memories of past storms. As you walk this path, remember that forgiving opens the door to the future, but remembering keeps the key. It's about learning from the past to build a better tomorrow. How does this balance manifest in your life? How can forgiveness create space for new experiences, with memories safeguarding your growth? Move forward confidently with forgiveness as your wings and memory as your roots. In the end, it's this harmony that completes us, enabling deep and fulfilling relationships and a resilience that always leads to flourishing. Emotional stability. Navigating the turbulent sea of human interactions requires more than just swimming skills. Encountering toxic individuals is like being in shark-infested waters. The key to crossing these waters without being swept away is emotional stability. But how can we maintain calmness and balance in such challenging scenarios? The answer lies in mindfulness and effective stress management. Picture your mind as a vast ocean with emotions as the surface waves. Beneath this turbulent surface, there exists a place of profound calmness. Mindfulness is the dive that takes you there, teaching you to breathe under the waves, to recognize the storm without being engulfed by it. By cultivating this awareness, you develop mental resilience, an invisible shield that toxic people cannot penetrate. Stress management acts as a compass, guiding us back to balance even when currents try to veer us off course. Techniques like deep breathing, positive visualization, and regular physical activity keep us on track, helping us recognize the signs of a storm and seek shelter before the waves grow too large. Developing emotional stability is not an easy task, but it is profoundly liberating. It's about building an internal lighthouse that guides you back to calm, no matter how dark the night may be. Remember, when encountering toxic individuals, don't try to calm the storm. Calm yourself. The sea will settle on its own. By practicing mindfulness and stress management, you'll not only survive the toxic currents, but learn to navigate with confidence and serenity, regardless of the sea conditions. Setting boundaries. Have you ever felt overwhelmed because you couldn't say no when necessary? Setting boundaries is not just about creating barriers, it's about paving the way for healthier relationships and genuine well-being. Picture your life as a garden. Boundaries are like fences that protect your precious plants. Without them, anyone can come in and trample the flowers. But with these fences, you choose who can enter and how they interact with your space. Have you ever felt drained simply because you couldn't say no? This feeling of exhaustion is not a sign of weakness, but an alert that your boundaries are being tested. Setting boundaries is an act of courage, a declaration of, this is me, and this is what I need to feel respected and safe. By doing so, you not only protect yourself, but also teach others to respect your space, creating relationships based on mutual respect. The key is in communication. Speaking openly about your boundaries is not selfishness, it's self-awareness and self-respect. It's saying, I value our relationship and want it to be the best possible for both of us. This not only strengthens bonds, but also promotes an environment where everyone feels heard and valued. Now take action. Think about your boundaries. Are they clearly defined? If not, what is the first step you can take today to start establishing them? Remember, every little step counts in the journey to build healthier relationships and a respected personal space. So, shall we embark on this journey of self-awareness and mutual respect together? Energy intelligence. Have you ever considered that just as we charge our cell phones daily to ensure they work, we also need to recharge our energy? I'm not just talking about getting good sleep or taking vacations. I'm referring to energy intelligence, the art of managing your own energy in a way that influences not only yourself, but also those around you, creating a calm environment and promoting healthy behaviors. Consider meditation, for example. More than just a moment of peace and quiet, meditation is a powerful tool for recalibrating the mind and body, allowing you to reconnect with your center and generate positive energy. Have you noticed how a simple meditation session can transform your day, making it more serene and productive? And what about nutrition? Just as we choose quality fuel for a car to perform better, the type of food we consume can optimize our energy. A balanced diet rich in nutrients not only nourishes the body but also the mind, directly impacting our ability to stay calm and make wise decisions. Here's an insight. Managing your own energy is not limited to individual practices. It also involves knowing how your energy affects others and how you can positively influence the environment around you. Have you ever noticed how the presence of someone calm and centered can reassure an entire room? That's the power of energy intelligence. Now I invite you to reflect. How are you managing your energy? Are you giving yourself the right fuel, both mentally and physically, to face the challenges of everyday life? Remember, small practices incorporated into your routine, such as meditation and mindful eating, can make a big difference. So, are you ready to start recharging your energy intelligently and positively influencing the world around you? Focus on goals. In our daily journey towards success and personal fulfillment, one skill stands out as crucial: the ability to maintain focus on our objectives. It's not just about having a list of goals, it's about the inner strength to stay on course, especially when facing adversity or people who, intentionally or not, try to steer us off track. This is where emotional intelligence comes into play, our true superpower. Individuals with high emotional intelligence have a sharp radar to identify and protect themselves against toxic influences. They understand that the environment around them can either energize or drain their motivation. How do they do this? Firstly, through self-awareness, recognizing their emotions and how they influence their actions. This deep understanding enables them to remain calm and clear, even when surrounded by negativity. Moreover, the ability of empathy, another pillar of emotional intelligence, helps to understand the motives behind others' actions, without allowing them to affect their emotional balance. Instead of being dragged into others' dramas, these individuals use empathy to protect themselves and move forward, keeping their goals in sight. But how does this apply in practice? Let's simplify. Imagine your goal as a lighthouse on the horizon. The waves and storms are the distractions and toxic people that arise along the way. With your internal compass of emotional intelligence, you can navigate through these turbulent waters without losing sight of your lighthouse, adjusting the sails, your actions and reactions to stay the course. Now, I invite you to reflect. What are the lighthouses you are seeking? How have the waves tried to steer you off course? And most importantly, how can you adjust your sails to maintain focus on what truly matters? Remember, success and personal satisfaction are not just about achieving goals, but about the journey to get there, facing and overcoming obstacles with resilience and emotional intelligence. So, keep focused, protect your energy, and move forward, for the true power lies within you. Seeking support. In our journey through life, we encounter mountains that seem insurmountable, challenges and obstacles that test our strength. But no matter how much we believe in our ability to overcome them alone, there is a fundamental truth we cannot ignore. We all need support. The journey becomes lighter and more meaningful when shared with friends, family, or professionals who offer us a helping hand, a comforting word, or a different perspective. Imagine you're facing a maze alone. You try to find the way out, navigating paths that lead to dead ends. Now imagine you have a drone that can see the maze from above. That drone represents the people who support you. They offer a view that you, trapped in the maze, cannot see. Friends and family may not have all the answers, but the simple act of listening and sharing experiences can shed light, revealing paths that were previously invisible. And when it comes to emotional or psychological challenges, the guidance of professionals can be the guide we need to traverse dense and dark forests. Psychologists, therapists, and counselors are like experienced explorers who know the shortcuts and hidden traps in the jungle of our minds. Seeking support is not a sign of weakness. It's a demonstration of strength. It's recognizing that we are social beings, interconnected, and that our ability to grow and overcome challenges expands exponentially when we are open to receiving help. The different perspectives and experiences of others are like pieces of a puzzle that, when put together, can complete the picture we are trying to form. So the next time you find yourself facing a challenge, remember that you don't have to face it alone. Reach out, share your struggles, and allow the multiplicity of views and the motivational support from those around you to help you find new perspectives and solutions. Together we are stronger, wiser, and infinitely more capable. Silencing the inner critic. That internal critic, always ready to highlight our flaws and fears, can be one of the biggest obstacles to our well-being and personal growth. However, with the right techniques, it's possible to transform this critic into an ally, promoting a positive self-image and reducing anxiety. First, let's talk about reframing thoughts. Imagine that every negative thought is like a dark cloud in the sky of your mind. Reframing these thoughts is like finding the silver lining in those clouds. For example, instead of thinking, "I can never get this right," we can reframe it to, "I'm facing challenges, but I'm learning and growing with each experience." This change in narrative not only relieves pressure, but also opens up space for growth and learning. Another powerful technique is the practice of mindfulness. This means being fully present in the moment, observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. When we find ourselves caught in a whirlwind of negativity, mindfulness helps us take a step back, observe those thoughts as passing clouds and not as absolute truths. With this perspective, we can choose which thoughts deserve our energy and which we can let go of. Additionally, gratitude is an underestimated tool in controlling negative self-talk. At the end of each day, try to list 3 things you're grateful for. This simple act can shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life, nurturing a more positive view of yourself and the world around you. Finally, remember that self-compassion is essential. We all have moments of doubt and insecurity, but offering ourselves compassion as we would to a friend can make a big difference. The next time your internal dialogue becomes harsh, ask yourself, would I say this to someone I love? If the answer is no, it's time to adjust the conversation. Changing negative self-talk isn't something that happens overnight, but with practice and patience, it's possible to transform this internal critic into a motivational coach. And remember, every positive step you take in this direction is a reason to celebrate. Embracing a solution-oriented mindset. In a world that often seems filled with challenges, the ability to maintain a solution-oriented mindset can be your golden compass. It's a mentality that, instead of dwelling on problems and obstacles, actively seeks practical solutions. This approach not only makes us more resilient in the face of adversity, but also empowers us to harness the power of creativity, adaptability, and cooperation. Imagine yourself as a navigator facing stormy seas. The problems are the high waves and strong winds trying to veer you off course. A solution-oriented approach in this scenario is like adjusting the sails and the helm to use the wind's force to your advantage, turning obstacles into opportunities to move forward. Creativity is your mast on this journey. It allows you to see beyond conventional solutions, finding new paths and possibilities where others see dead ends. When we face a problem, it's easy to get stuck in how we've always done things. But it's in the ability to think outside the box that we often find the answers we seek. Adaptability is the sail that propels you. In a constantly changing world, the ability to adapt and mold oneself to new circumstances is crucial. This means being willing to learn, adjust, and sometimes accept that the first solution that comes to mind may not be the best. Adaptability is about flowing with the changes, not against them. Finally, cooperation is the rudder that helps navigate. Many problems are too complex to be solved alone. By joining forces with others, sharing knowledge, skills, and perspectives, we can find more effective and sustainable solutions. Cooperation highlights the importance of each individual and how together we can achieve more than the sum of our parts. Now, I invite you to reflect. When faced with problems that arise, is your first reaction to focus on obstacles or to seek solutions? Remember, every challenge is an opportunity to grow, learn, and innovate. Keep your compass oriented towards solutions, adjust your sails with creativity and adaptability, and remember that together we are stronger. Thus, there is no storm that cannot be navigated. Choosing peace over conflict. Navigating the complex world of human interactions can sometimes put us on collision courses with unnecessary arguments, especially when they involve people whose energies seem more draining than enriching. However, adopting some effective strategies can help us avoid these storms, preserving our inner peace and maintaining more harmonious relationships. Firstly, focusing on similarities instead of differences can be a guiding light that leads us to calmer waters. When we concentrate on what we have in common with others, we create a foundation of mutual understanding. This doesn't mean ignoring differences or compromising our values, but rather finding common ground that can serve as a starting point for constructive dialogue. Remember, it's easier to build bridges when we have a solid foundation. Knowing when to withdraw is another crucial skill. Not every argument deserves your time and energy. Recognizing the signs that a conversation is heading into unproductive territory is essential. If you sense that the discussion will lead to nothing productive, gracefully step back. This is not a sign of defeat, but of emotional intelligence and self-preservation. Choose your battles is an adage that applies perfectly here. Furthermore, replacing statements with questions is a powerful tool for diffusing tensions. Questions encourage reflection and dialogue rather than confrontation. For example, instead of stating, "You are wrong," try asking, "Can you explain your point of view better to me?" This demonstrates openness to understanding the other side and can turn a potential argument into an enriching exchange of ideas. In addition to these strategies, it is always helpful to practice empathy and patience, remembering that each of us carries our own struggles and perspectives. By putting ourselves in the other person's shoes, even if we don't agree, we can cultivate a deeper understanding that transcends momentary disagreements. Navigating the waters of human communication requires skill and care, but with the right tools, we can avoid many of the storms that arise in our path. Remember, true strength lies in the ability to maintain calm and clarity, even in the midst of chaos. Unmasking false cordiality. Identifying signs of false cordiality is like learning to decipher a secret code in the vast universe of human interactions. The ability to perceive when someone is genuinely friendly, or if there are hidden intentions, can protect you from manipulations and contribute to the development of more authentic and meaningful relationships. Here are some tools to help you unravel this code. Body language is a window to a person's true intentions. Signs such as a smile that doesn't reach the eyes, closed postures, or evasive eye contact can indicate that the displayed cordiality is not entirely sincere. Think about the difference between a genuine smile, which lights up the entire face and often involves the whole body, and a forced smile limited only to the lips. Learning to read these signs can provide important clues about the true nature of the interaction. Tone of voice is also revealing. Genuine cordiality is often accompanied by a warm, inclusive, and consistent tone of voice. On the other hand, false cordiality can manifest through an overly sweet tone that seems out of place with the situation, or sudden variations in tone that do not match the natural flow of the conversation. Pay attention to the congruence between what is being said and how it is being said. Consistency of behavior is another key indicator. Genuine people tend to be consistent in their actions and in the way they treat others, regardless of the situation. If someone demonstrates cordiality that fluctuates drastically or seems selective based on who is present or what benefits can be obtained, this may be a red flag. Lastly, trust your intuition. Often we have an instinctive feeling when something is not right. If you feel uncomfortable or sense that someone's cordiality is not genuine, pay attention to these feelings. They are your subconscious picking up on subtleties that your conscious mind may not immediately perceive. Protecting yourself from false cordialities does not mean closing yourself off to new relationships, but rather opening yourself up to more genuine and meaningful connections. By enhancing your ability to discern the intentions of others, you better equip yourself to navigate the complex world of human relationships, promoting an environment of authenticity and mutual respect. In conclusion, navigating the challenges of dealing with toxic individuals requires a blend of self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and practical strategies. By understanding ourselves, setting clear boundaries, and maintaining a focus on our goals, we can create a space of inner peace and resilience. Seeking support, silencing our inner critic, and adopting a solution-oriented mindset further empower us to handle difficult interactions with grace and composure. Remember, it's about choosing peace over conflict, recognizing false cordiality, and fostering authentic connections. Each step we take in this journey not only enhances our well-being, but also lights the way for others to follow. If you've enjoyed this journey to self-discovery and found it helpful, we'd love to hear from you. By liking, subscribing, and sharing our video, you help us continue creating insightful content just like this. Each click, each share, each subscription is a step towards spreading this valuable knowledge to a broader audience, enabling more individuals to navigate the complexities of dealing with toxic dynamics. So don't hesitate to interact with us. Your support is our motivation. Thank you for watching and being part of our community.